This is a 30-minute morning yoga routine that you can do first thing in the morning. You can actually do the first section of this just laying in your bed. If you are following along with the playlist on Spotify, go ahead and hit play now. So you can start in your bed laying down, or you can go to a yoga mat or even just a floor. But wherever you are, get comfortable laying down in Shavasana. Eyes can stay closed, or you can start to open your eyes right here. And start to take some big inhales and big exhales. Slowly start to feel your body waking up. And then gently reach both arms long overhead. So moving into a full body stretch right here from the tips of your fingers all the way to the tips of your toes. Reach everything nice and long. As you inhale, feel the stretch, and then as you exhale, release. Good. And then we're going to split the body into different sections. So just the right side of your body. Inhale, reach the right arm, right leg. And then release it. And then the left side. Go ahead and inhale, reach your left fingertips and your left leg. Big full body stretch. Or just half of your body. And release. And now taking the attention to the lower half of your body. So from your hips all the way to your toes, feel your legs stretch. Just the lower half, and then release your legs down. And now focusing on the upper half, so from your hips all the way up to your fingertips, reach, stretch, inhale, and then exhale, let that all soften. And now working on a diagonal, so your right fingertips to your left toes. Go ahead and feel that stretch, reach, and then release that down, and then switch sides. So your right toes, left fingertips, reach in that diagonal shape, and then release. Good, so body laying here, a little bit more in an X shape. So in this X shape, go back to your full body stretch, reaching, waking up every cell in your body right here. Big inhale, stretch, 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 and then soften as you exhale. Pull your knees in towards your chest, and then roll onto either side of your body, and pull your knees in for a few breaths, fetal position. And then slowly start to press up. Have a seat, crossing your ankles. Relax your arms down by your side. Eyes can still stay closed, or if you're ready to open them, you can open them, and lift your shoulders up towards your ears as you inhale. As you exhale, drop your shoulders down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, drop your shoulders. So just loosening up any tension that's built up throughout the night, through the shoulders. Maybe you slept funny on your pillow. Let that all go right here. Now press all 10 fingertips into your mat. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then reach your left arm up and then overhead. So feel the side of your body, left side of your body, opening up. Good, then go ahead and set your left fingertips down. Gently switch sides. So now the right arm reaches up and then reaches over. Rib cage expands right here. And then set all 10 fingertips down. From here, carefully drop the right ear next to your right shoulder. And then take your right hand up this time. This is just an option to deepen the stretch. You add a little bit of pressure with that right hand onto your head. And then if you move the neck around slowly, you'll start to feel some different areas where it feels tense. When you feel that tension, stay there for a few breaths. Breathe into it. And see if you can release some of the kinks in your neck. And be gentle with this. And then go ahead and set your right hand down and then switch sides. So left ear to your left shoulder. Option to take your hand up to your head and add a little bit of pressure. Just feel your neck long. Good, then carefully releasing, set the hands down. Crawl your fingertips forward. As much as you can, no need to force it right here. And you're starting to open up your hips. And then slowly start to crawl your fingertips back towards your hips and just switch whichever foot was in front before. Take it behind. So I had my right foot in front, now my left foot's in front. Readjust the hips if you need to, and then crawl forward again. This side's a little bit tighter for me, and you might feel the same way. Before you go ahead and fold forward, inhale, reach your arms overhead, then exhale, reach your arms down. Then inhale, reach your arms overhead, big full body stretch, and then exhale, reach your arms down. Inhale, breathe in as much air as you can as you stretch high, and then exhale, drop the arms low, and now start to crawl your fingertips forward. Then walking your fingertips back towards your hips, uncross your ankles, make your way onto all fours. And draw some circles with your hips. Go towards the right and then to the back of your room, to the left, and then forward. Make these as big or small as you need to, and allow it to move beyond your hips and into your shoulders, into your neck, everything loosening up. Go ahead and switch over to the left side. Yeah, your wrists start to warm up. And then if you have been on your bed, make sure you go to a floor for this next part. Inhale, lift your chest high. And then exhale, round your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, round. Eye gaze to your thighs. Go ahead and do that again. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. So starting to build energy. Wake up your spine right here. And go ahead and do whatever movements you need to with your wrists. You can press the tops of your hands or rotate your palms so that the fingertips are facing towards your knees, and take a couple more rounds of cat-cows. Might not be able to go as far, but you'll get a really nice stretch through your forearms and through your wrists. And then go ahead and adjust so that the fingertips are facing forward. Float the right leg up about hip height, reach the left arm overhead. And then take a big inhale, reach, and as you exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen, reach. As you exhale, round your spine, squeeze your core in tight. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, squeeze and tight. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Now stay, or if you're ready for it, bend your back knee and catch a hold of your foot with your hand. So right foot with your left hand. Yeah, just go for a few breaths, then reach, lengthen, and set everything down. Wiggle out whatever you need to, and then switch sides. So the left leg kicks behind you, hip height. Right arm reaches forward. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, squeeze knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, squeeze, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Stay or bend your back knee, catch a hold of your back foot with your hand. Good, feel that right shoulder pressing into your back. Feel the chest lifted and open. And then release, lengthen first, then set everything down. All right, then from here, go ahead and make your way to a downward facing dog. Back side of your body, opening up. And then bend your right knee, press your left heel down. And then switch sides. Left knee bends, right heel presses. Good. Keep tilting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And from here, go ahead and step your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. Take the right hand, reach it across your body, coming into a twist, so that right hand will grab outside the left leg. You can grab the ankle, the calf, the thigh. And set the right hand down and switch sides. So now the left hand comes across your body, and just a few breaths here, twisting. And then setting your left hand down. Good. From here, keep crawling your fingertips back towards your toes. You'll be at the back edge of your mat. And upper body will fold forward into a ragdoll shape. So go ahead and grab a hold, opposite elbow, opposite hand. Shake it out a few times, and then crawl forward again into a downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, step your toes in between your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Then go ahead and exhale into a forward fold release. Rise all the way up to standing. Take a big giant inhale as you reach up. Maybe you arch back, then bring your palms together. Hands come to heart center. And then open your arms up, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel your feet rooted into the ground. Feel your spine growing tall. Then from here, extend your arms out to the side. Slowly, over the next 10 to 15 breaths, you'll move your arms from out to the side to overhead. And you're just breathing here and moving slow, and really feel that energy extending all the way through your fingertips. And this will be a little bit different for everyone, but you want to collect energy from whatever resonates with you. So maybe it's God, the universe, higher power, but you're going to reach up towards the sky, towards the sun, collecting that energy to start your day. Breathing in, reach, reach, reach. Good, collecting all that energy, letting it soak through, and then bring your palms together to heart center. Come to a forward fold release. Inhale, lengthen halfway, core stays tight, then set your hands down, step your feet back as many steps as you need to into a high plank position. Good, from here you can drop to your knees and then bend your elbows lower down and come into a cobra, or you can do a high to low, up dog to down dog. But I'll demonstrate cobra here and then just press back into a downward facing dog. So that's a modified version. Might be smart to do that first thing in the morning a few times, but we'll move through the sun salutation. So lift your heels, bend your knees, stepping your toes in between your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway, forward fold release. Rise all the way up, full body stretch. Inhale, collect your energy. Trace your midline, fold forward release. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Set your hands down, step your feet back. So either dropping your knees or keep them lifted, high to low plank, baby cobra, or upward facing dog, heart opens. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, hold downward facing dog for a few breaths. And we're going to continue to move through that sun salutation. So from your downward facing dog, go ahead and lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float your feet. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, release. Full body stretch, reach high. And then fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Hands go down, feet go back. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pause for a few breaths. And then go ahead and lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float your feet. Inhale, flat spine, top of the head pulls forward, and then release lower down. Full body stretch, inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Hands go down, feet go back. High plank to low plank. Go ahead and take your sun salutation here. Utilizing the breath, feel the shift in your body happening. Good, go ahead one more time. Sun salutation, halfway lift to your forward fold. Rise all the way up, lower all the way down. Good, moving slow through this so you feel every single posture. High plank to low, elbows squeezing in tight. Heart pulls forward, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now from here, start to walk your hands back towards your toes, coming to Buddha squat, the back edge of your mat. So drop your hips low. You can always place your hips on a pillow or a block right here, but just opening up, waking up your hips. Your palms come together to heart center and use your elbows to press open your hips. Your chest is lifted here. You can focus on one spot in front of you, or it's a good time, again, just to close your eyes. Maybe set an intention right here, right now for your day ahead. And then easing out of that, crawl forward, coming back to your downward facing dog. From here, your right leg floats up, and then bend your right knee and stack your right hip over top of your left hip. Getting a little bit deeper into the hips now. And then pull forward. As you pull forward, step your right foot down, release your back knee, reach your arms high. Modified crescent lunge. Good, so the sides of your waist are lifting. You can keep the arms reaching overhead or interlace the hands and allow the back of the head to fall into your palms. Your elbows open up wide and your chest lifts forward and up. And then start to take your hands to either side of your right foot. Send your hips back and your right toes flex towards your shin. Half split right here. Should feel an intense stretch through the back side of your right leg. And then crawl forward, walk your hands forward. As you do that, your back leg floats up and you're coming into a warrior three shape. So with warrior three, hands can stay in heart center or reach overhead. Try to square off your hips so your left hip is next to your right hip. Good, and keep reaching your fingertips forward. Keep balancing and then come up to standing. As you do that, we'll just switch the feet. So plant your left foot down and your right foot's gonna come into tree pose. So it can come to the inner thigh, it can come to your calf, it can come to your ankle. First few balancing postures, it's normal to feel a little bit wobbly. But work with wherever you are this morning, and then you can keep your hands in heart center or reach your arms overhead and grow your tree. And then go ahead and set the foot down, fold forward, release. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Hands down, feet go back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg floats up. Then we'll repeat that on the left side. So you'll bend your left knee and peel your left hip over top of your right hip. And then go ahead and pull forward. Squeeze your knee in towards your chin and then set your foot in between your hands. Release your back foot down and reach your arms overhead, coming into crescent lunge with your back leg down. Reaching up through all 10 fingertips. You can stay like this or you can interlace the hands. Elbows go wide. Head rests into your palms. And then go ahead and take your hands to either side of your left foot. As you do that, send your hips back. Flex your left toes towards you, coming into a half split. And slowly start to crawl your fingertips forward. As you do that, shift all the weight into your left foot. When you're ready, that back leg floats up. However you need to get there, you're coming into warrior three. So the arms can reach long overhead. If it's more comfortable, you can keep your hands together at heart center. But feel the spine long here, including the back of your neck. And then moving from this into tree. So start to come up, switch your feet, place the weight into your right foot, and then your left foot comes to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Good, then start with your hands in heart center. And when you feel sturdy, when you feel balanced, feel free to reach your arms overhead and grow your tree. And go ahead and release out of your tree. And then from here, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Plant your hands. And then step your feet back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Just breathing in, breathing out here in your downward facing dog. Notice any changes happening in your body from your very first downward facing dog. Then slowly start to pull forward into a high plank position, navel squeezing in towards your spine. Pause for a few breaths. Crown of your head pulling forward, and then drop to your knees, lower all the way down onto your belly. As you do that, take your hands wide. So if you're on a mat, those fingertips will come outside of your mat. Press into all 10 fingertips and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up, coming into a baby cobra shape with wide arms. So really pressing into your fingertips. You keep your elbows bent. Chest pulls forward. Then drop your right shoulder down. Look over top of your left shoulder. Again, loosening up any tension that built up through your shoulders, through your neck. Go ahead and switch sides. So drop your left shoulder down, looking over top of your right shoulder. And then go ahead and take it back to center. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, releasing down, take your hands underneath your shoulders now. And press into your forearms, coming into a baby cobra, and just hold this baby cobra for a few breaths. So feel your heart opening up. Feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Feel everything awakening right here. Go ahead and maybe press up a little bit more. Chest starts to lift. A little bit more. And then lower down. Go ahead and press back into a child's pose. Spine is long, hips are low, fingertips crawl forward. And then you can just stay here in this child's pose, or if you want more of a stretch for the sides of your body, go ahead and walk your fingertips over to the left side of your mat and drop your hips over to the right. You can stay or stack your right hand on top of your left and feel everything opening up from your right hip all the way up to your fingertips. Feels really good for the shoulders and sides of your waist. Then go ahead and switch sides. Fingertips to the right, hips to the left. Feel free to stack the palms one on top of the other. And then walk your fingertips back to center. Roll out the head a few times, loosen up any kinks through the forehead. And then go ahead and press up to all fours. Make your way onto your backside. And from here, coming into happy baby, so reaching either inside or outside your feet. Use that grip to pull the knees down towards your shoulders. Hips release here. It might feel good to sway side to side. You can explore and see if you can straighten one leg at a time, or you can straighten both legs. Whatever feels good right here. And then after a few breaths in your happy baby, you'll pull your knees in towards your chin. Extend your legs straight so your heels come over top of your hips for a gentle inversion here. Go ahead and flex and point your toes. You'll feel a different sensation through the backside of your legs. Getting circulation going. And then set your feet down about hip width. Press your hips up towards the ceiling, coming into bridge. You can keep the palms flat, or you can interlace the hands underneath your tailbone and roll more onto the tops of your shoulders. Your chin is tucked. You're breathing. And go ahead and release, lower down out of that. And then make your way into your Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana, or if you'd prefer, take your feet together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand comes to your heart, one hand comes to your belly. Connecting your heart center and your solar plexus. Feel your body alive right here. Feel your heart beating. Start to envision the day ahead of you, everything going according to plan, everything working out in your favor. Allow everything to be easy today. Allow your body, your mind, your heart to go with the flow. And we're not going to stay here long, just a few more breaths. If you feel any tightness, any tension through your body right now, take your next inhale, send it to those areas that feel tight, and then exhale. Get rid of it so you're not taking it with you throughout the rest of your day. And then go ahead and release your arms down. Roll on to either side of your body. As you do that, you'll pull your knees in towards your chest. Your eyes can stay closed, body stays relaxed. In just a few moments here in your fetal position. Good, and then from your fetal position, keeping with this relaxation, go ahead and press up to a seated position with your ankles crossed. Take any movements that you need to right here. A few shoulder shrugs can feel really good right here. Or move through some cat-cow motions here in the seated position. So rounding your shoulders, tuck your chin as you exhale, and then inhale, pull your heart, pull your chest forward, breathe in. And do that a few times, and then rest your hands down onto the tops of your legs. Rotate the palms open. And then bring your palms together to heart center. A few cleansing breaths to seal off practice. So as you inhale, breathe in new air, new energy, new oxygen. And then exhale, sigh out, release. And then inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. Now all this energy that you cultivated, take it with you the rest of your day. Go ahead and take your thumbs up to your heart center, third eye. And take a bow forward. Namaste.